Come talk to me when this is all over. There's a lot I have to think about.
You!
Come talk to me when this is all over. There's a lot I have to think about.
One day, I'm gonna get out there and see the rest of the world.
I need to talk to you. Look, it's no secret that I don't exactly trust. I have my own set of contacts. Folks that warn me when things are... Something she did the last time she was in the common. There's a courser sniffing around. And it will... You've proven you can handle...
Sorry. This isn't my fight.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. Thanks for nothing.
Did you need something?
I'd like to help you all. Is there anything I can do?
You've already done enough.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Did you need something?
So, what's your story?
I used to be a courser, returning I was tracking a synth and instead found Dima. He convinced me of the truth and the error of my ways. I rejected the Institute, made sure they couldn't track me, and dedicated my...
Never mind.
All right.
Someone is nearby. Enemy detected. See? Continue. Not advised. So dangerous. Combat is quite vigorous exercise.
Alright, cats. I call this one Metal Heart. Metal legs, metal arms, metal Tool of war. Tool of peace. Tool of art. I get into my suit, and I strut through the wastes. No fear. Untouchable. The flames on my suit burning, rising, glowing. The flames are hot, but I am cool. I walk. I run. I ride. My hands are strong. I am a man. No. More than a man. Because, man, I have a metal heart. Thank you.
I wrote this one about this thing that happened to me the other day. I call it Hard Shell. Soft me. A walk on the beach. Doing my thing. Staying cool. A thing breaks the surface of the dark water. A pair of claws under a dome of gnarly shell. I'm caught. Off guard. Beady little eyes look at me from deep within the shell. Beady little eyes, full of hunger, full of rage. I pull out my gun and shoot! But the bullets only bounce off that crusty shell. Those beady eyes narrow as the shell devil grows angrier and angrier. He comes at me faster than before. A bullet finds its way through a crack in the dome. The demon screeches in pain. Those beady eyes close.
But still, too much radiation too quickly can prove...
I reap the spoils from the kill. And I think this thing and I, we are kind of the same. For I too am soft meat under a hard shell. Thank you.
Engaging in close combat. Your pulse and vital signs are still within acceptable parameters.
I'm Rowdy. And I wrote this poem.
You're doing fine. What's it called?
It's called An Ode to My Hammer.
You got this, Rowdy.
An ode to my hammer, so heavy and nice. I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Oh, Rowdy, come back. Can someone turn off the recorder?
Anise Ciroletti, Chief Scientist. This is the third time I've had to request more security. As thorough as our assembly procedures may be, there's a human factor to be considered. These are criminal and unstable minds. It can't be a scientist's job to ensure each test subject is properly sedated. I was promised military assistance and security, but we need more. I won't allow my crew to be endangered. As fascinating as it may be to integrate the human mind with robotics, sometimes I wish I never signed on to this project.
Entry 3, recorded by researcher Peters on February 26, 2017. Time, it's 12:35 hours. Subject's direct radiation exposure level increased to 2 sieverts per 24 hours. Intravenous fluid intake increased to 1 liter. Subject reports localized pain in frontal and parietal lobe, accompanied by severe nausea, with vomiting on average, 3 to 6 instances per 12 hours. Solid food no longer viable by oral intake. Other symptoms include general weakness in limbs, bleeding of gums, severe abdominal cramps, and diarrhea. Dark stool indicates possibility of intestinal bleeding. Shortness of breath also an issue. I will now describe changes in mood, or thought process. I have never in my life felt as horrible as I do right now. The discomfort is almost too much to bear. I often contemplate termination of this trial. But I know it'll only be a few more days before I reach 6 sieverts. Then I can administer the serum. We'll get our contract renewed. Serum will go to the market, and it's going to help people. It's really going to change the way we live. And me, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Cyclical thoughts. No other developments to report. Entry 6, R.A. Peters. It's March 1st. The subject has reached saturation threshold safely. Taking measurement now. Confirm 6 sieverts. Rapid fluid loss due to fever. Upped IV intake. All previous symptoms are still present. Tissue damage visible on arms, neck and hands. Necrotic sloughing of the skin. Topical and ingested antibiotics applied to control infection. Now injecting first dose of serum sample 42BA7 into bloodstream. No immediate effects observed. Animal trials yielded results in less than... Second dose of sample 42BA7, injected hours ago. No effect. No effect. I contacted the lab to terminate this trial, but I need to talk to her. Hey, Mom. What's that? Serum infected with toxic levels. Several teeth dislodged. Request to terminate trial feels like orders are to remain in quarantine for the duration damage of the experimental period. I understand. I'm going to die. That's obvious. It's right here. Our failure. If you would, Dr. Roberts, please deliver the following to my family. Mom, Dad, I love you. Yes. I volunteered for this. It sounds crazy, but I believed in it. Probably nothing less than very. No, that's a bit too sentimental.
Message to Claire Pazinski. Time to start thinking about a vacation. How does 6 weeks in Ireland sound to you? Dublin, Galway Bay, Waterford. Maybe a week in that little bed and breakfast in Kilkenny. And don't worry, we don't have to take my cousin Stephen with us. Let him get out of the country on his own. I told him to threaten that cop, not blast him in the face with a shotgun. He can rot in that abandoned fishery down in Union Wharf for all I care. Love you. Winter, signing off.
Thank you for coming so quickly.
I heard about the execution. I can't believe they killed your missionary, Martin. I'm sorry.
Brother Andrews, a good soul. The fault is mine. If I'd realized things had become so tense in Far Harbor, I would have never let him leave. They blame us for the fog overrunning the town, Dima. And now, the children. It's Tectus. He won't listen. He wants to prepare for war.
Do you believe the others will follow him?
Time was. I would have laughed at such a notion, but now... Andrews was beloved by many. It's brought out the worst in them. Fury, hate. It was tolerable when it was just Tectus. Dima, something must be done.
Exile?
Exodus. I think it's time you and I convinced the citizens of Far Harbor to leave.
You can't be serious.
You know as well as I, they're not meant for this place. The fog grows thicker every year. How long before the condensers are finally overwhelmed? It's not banishment, Dima. It's mercy.
I'm sorry, Martin, but no. They have as much right to be here as you do.
Right. This place is trying to kill them. And now my people are at my
Hell
throat
yeah.
because of the mess you created by...
Martin,
Get
please.
out!
This can be solved in other ways. Very well. We'll talk again when you come to your senses. I have to say, I'm surprised. I had assumed you and your followers would be more adamantly hunting for the sub's launch key.
I hope we haven't disappointed you too greatly. I'd hate to anger our landlord.
I believe I'll survive. But am I mistaken? Does your god not require you die in a nuclear blast? Is that not why you've taken up in the nucleus?
It's not a transaction, Dima. Adam requires nothing of us. He has granted us a chance to become something greater. To divide our weak, mortal frames and bring life to millions of new worlds. We are simply accepting the opportunity his glow presents, whatever form it may take.
So if you found the launch key, you wouldn't use it?
That I don't know.
Are you afraid?
I'd be mad to say I wasn't, but we've made our way.
A place you belong.
Exactly. The nucleus. It's a blessing. It would be hard to leave such a gift, even if it is for another. But regardless, the key. So, until Adam says to return it, I dare say you're stuck with us.
I believe I'll survive.
Excuse me.
Maybe someday more places in the world will accept us for who we are.
Dima, I recovered the tapes from Martin's hideout.
Excellent. Yes. These look like they'll serve. Let me take a listen. Good to hear his voice again. Oh. Some grim material to work with. There. No pleasure in twisting the words of an old friend. But I believe Martin would understand. This tape should be sufficient to pique the High Confessor's interest in joining you in the command center. But Tectus is nothing if not wary. Earning his trust before approaching should help guarantee this all plays out more smoothly. You'll then have to dispose of the remains. Old maintenance shaft walls were never terribly. Once you're done, return here and we'll...
How should I earn Tectus's trust?
Prove your dedication to the family. He'll be less likely to suspect one of his favorites.
How are the preparations coming along with the replacement?
The initial stages have gone well, though the reduced time frame raises some concerns. But he should be ready by the time the deed is done.
I'm ready.
Then I won't keep you any longer. Here. The tape. The fate of this island rests in our works.
Listen, children. Tectus, time is over. The nucleus must prepare for a new order. Mine.
Watch yourself out there.
Is it true you made it past the base's guardians? Adam does watch over you, doesn't he?
Excuse me, High Confessor.
Greetings, my child. You know you've set quite the example here. True devotion to faith and family. Now, how may I serve?
I recovered a holotape. Confessor Martin is planning to come back and take over. We should come up with a plan, but not here. The command center tunnels should be far enough away from the rest of the children.
Martin? It can't. Play it. I want to hear that coward's voice.
Listen, children. Tectus, time is over. The nucleus must prepare for a new order. Mine.
High Confessor.
I will send word. We are not to be bothered.